Welcome, everybody, to the Rafchild Records channel. I'm Raf, and yeah, this is like the channel of the record label Rafchild Records. And today I wanted to just start talking to you about how this all happened, what I'm going to plan to do with this. And yeah, what can I do? Can I say? I ended up having a record label by accident. And since I don't know what I'm doing, I figured I'll just talk about all the stuff I don't know about. And you can watch me, I don't know, fail spectacularly or succeed or whatever. So we'll see how that all goes. But first of all, cheers. So yeah, I like started the beginning, I guess. It's like I've been a fan of heavy metal music and like music in general for a long time. Long time. I don't know. Since I was 15, basically. 15, 16. And over the years, I started making friends. I started writing for a magazine. Like, the things you do. And like went to festivals and concerts. And then things got more serious over time. It's like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, in 2017. Actually, late 2016, I started talking to a band called Mega Colossus at the time. Like, oh, yeah, already Mega Colossus. They just changed from Colossus to Mega Colossus. And I only wanted to talk to them about something like their new album, Hyperglaive, which was coming out in December 2017. And I wanted to do an interview with them and get a copy to review early on and stuff like that. And I made a mistake of asking the guys, like, hey, why aren't you not playing in Europe? And they're like, we'd love to, but we have no contacts there. And foolish, stupid me, I said, like, well, I could, maybe ask around. So I did. And like a couple of weeks later, I came back like, I have like 5 possible concerts for you. And they said, like, okay, would you like to, be our tour manager and do the whole tour? And I said, yeah, of course I would. And that's what we did. And there was a tour in 2017. And there's lots of stories about that that I'm not going to tell you right now. But the tour actually worked and was like September 2017. They played at Harder Than Steel Festival in the same year. It was all great. It was fun and games. And then the idea was to do another tour in 2019 with like 2 festival appearances at Up the Hammers in Athens, the warm-up show, and at the Hell Over Hammerberg in Hamburg. And I said, yeah, sure, of course, I'll help you with the tour around that. We did that again. And for this tour, they had a new EP out called 5 or V or whatever you want to call it. And the idea was like, we need to release that. And wouldn't it be actually smart to do the CD pressing in Europe and not in the US? Because, when the tour is in Europe, it makes sense to have the stuff here. And I said, yeah, sure, I can help you with that. And I didn't, have any ideas about anything at the time. Like, I just asked some other friends, like, if you would press CDs, where would you do that? And they gave me some tips, and I contacted a company, and then I handled the CD pressing for that. And then suddenly I had ordered 1,000 CDs, and I had no idea what to do. And at the same time, we figured out that, shipping like pre-orders and stuff from Europe makes a lot of sense. But it's cheaper if you actually are a registered company. That's when I said, like, I can register a company, become a record label. And that's how it basically began. I was, of course, because everything with me is like on the last minute. So the CDs were supposed to arrive here on like, I don't know, Wednesday. So I could pack a first like 150 copies or whatever take a train to Hamburg on Thursday so we can all be there on Thursday evening. hang out and go to the festival on Friday and Saturday. And then I get a call from from the company, and it's like we had a technical issue, and we should probably. I mean, we're sending the stuff. It's going to be there on Thursday. And like, oh, that's not good because I got to take a train. It's already all booked. And then I said, like, could you maybe just, send 150 CDs or whatever it was at the time. Oh, no, it was like 300 CDs. Could you send like 300 directly to the hotel where we're staying in Hamburg? And the guy's like, yeah, wait a second. I'm just going to them. I'm just going back to like the storage and see if the packages have already left or not. And he calls me back. He's like, no, we still have them here. I'll just label like one box of 300, label them for Hamburg. So you're good. And like everything came like to the hotel directly. And yeah, but it worked out. And that's how I started having a label by accident. And over the next couple of months, things just sort of escalated, I guess. First, we had some talks with Mega Colossus bass player Anthony about his other band, Nightmare, and their friend from Lord of the Trident. And I'm gonna talk about like all of those things, I guess, in other videos, maybe, because I'm still figuring out how to do this. So maybe I'll just, tell old war stories of all the stupid mistakes I've made so far, or maybe talk a bit more about things like what like my reasonings behind decisions are, or how I plan to do new releases in the future. We'll see. I mean, if you have like wishes or questions, then you can always ask me. And yeah, I mean, so I'm running this basically out of my out of my room in my flat. I mean, some of the storage is up in our living room, and my flatmate is helping me with packing orders. But that's basically how this is run at the moment. And more things, maybe some more things about me, who I am as a person. It's like I'm 35 years old. No, shit, I'm 36 years old now. I keep forgetting. I'm 36 years old. I live in Marburg, Germany, and I studied computer science. And after I finished that, I made the great decision to do a PhD in philosophy of religion, which I'm trying to finish at the moment, but I'm a bit slow. I don't worry. I guess that's normal for people trying to finish a PhD. Apart from that, I don't know, I spent my time with heavy metal, books of all kinds, and being really stupid when it comes to making dumb decisions for my life, I guess. And I can talk more about dumb decisions of my life as well, but, I guess what I should also mention is that I'm blind, but I sometimes keep forgetting that because I don't know. It's never like it sometimes bothers me, but most of the times it doesn't. So yeah, well, here we are. This is 2020. I have we have eight and a half releases at this point. There's more coming this year, and I'll probably talk about all these things in the future. But that's sort of how you end up by accident being a tour manager, and shortly after that, starting your own record label and not exactly knowing what you're doing. But on the other hand, I figured, like, at this point, who really knows what they're doing in the music industry? It's like things have changed so much over the years with like the advent of the internet and all the companies not knowing what to do with like downloads and streaming and whatnot. Now we've like 2020, we have the whole COVID-19 disaster, and live music is sort of dead at the moment. We're like in the middle of figuring out how to do all this music stuff, and I don't know, it's gonna be a great adventure, I hope, and I'll tell you more about how I fuck it up. We'll see. Anyway, as I said, there'll be more about like I'll talk a bit about the backstory of each record I did so far. And you'll see it's like big tapestry of meeting people and then later on dealing with them on other levels and so forth. And maybe I'll talk more about other parts as well. So yeah, I mean, if you want to know, if you want to join me on this adventure, hit the subscribe button and give the video a like. And if you have questions or insults or whatever, then just, post them in the comments and I'll try to answer all of that. And yeah, until then, I'll just, cheers with this totally not unique beer, but as I said, it's, Leibniz said we live in like the best possible world. And I went to the shop today to buy beer, and this was the best possible beer today. So it's like a Leibnizian beer, and I'll, drink that for you. And I'll talk to you very, very soon. Cheers.